everyone, and welcome back to our Beginners Competitors Corner podcast. Today, I'm super excited because we have a special topic and a special guest. Today, I have with me Esther Whitley. Hi, Esther. She's a wellness competitor, and we've met because through like social media, whatnot. But I want to really have her for her to explain to us her journey about being a wellness athlete, and we'll going to define what it is. But also because Whitney, Esther is a special lady. She's not only is she a mom, she's a wife. She has two kids. She competes. She's a bus lady, entrepreneur, and she also works. And she has like many things. So we'll talk about it. So Esther, welcome.
Hi, so nice to be here. I'm so happy that you reached out, and I'm just happy that we were able to do this. So definitely excited to kick this off.
Jump right into it, Esther. Can you introduce yourself to us a little bit? Tell us a little bit what were you doing before and how you got into like bodybuilding, specifically wellness?
Yeah, of course. So basically, I've always been pretty athletic growing up. Sports is like a huge thing, not just to me, but it was like in my family as well. Track and
Mhm.
field was like the main thing for me. So
Okay, nice.
definitely that track, javelin, triple jumps, all those type of things, anything like that. I also did a lot of volleyball, did a bit of wrestling as well, football as well. I just
You
like
did
to,
everything.
huh?
You did everything,
I
basically.
I like to do multiple things. Like I just like love being active, and it's not something that I'm not used to. Um, And then obviously getting married and stuff like that. I had my first kid, and I had pulled back a little bit from that. And I
Right.
think my body just kind of knew that it wasn't in a good state. So,
Hmm.
it was so funny because I wasn't interested in doing bodybuilding or anything like that.
So how
Um,
did it find you? How did bodybuilding find you?
you're gonna be surprised. So me and my husband were sitting down on the couch one day, and then like I was just kind of like scrolling through like social media and stuff like that, and I came across somebody who was doing bodybuilding, and I was just like, oh my god, babe, when
Who
did
was
we?
the person?
I honestly don't even remember. I honestly don't remember. I just remember seeing a woman and she was figure. I remember
Okay,
it.
figure out.
Yes. And I remember being like, while I'm sitting there with like my newborn baby, being all like, hey, babe, wouldn't it have been fun? It wouldn't it be funny if I did like bodybuilding? And he's
Mhm.
like, oh, if it's something that you want to do, then you can look into it. Mind you, I didn't start instantly, but
Okay.
like before my daughter, at least before she turned 2, I had started training with like a coach and stuff like that to kind of get into it. And I did my first
How
show.
long did you do like that training with the coach before like you stepped on stage for the first time?
Oh, I think it was like 6 months training, to be honest. It wasn't long.
Okay, it wasn't long at all.
It
Okay.
wasn't long. Thank God for like, the bounce back. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, you had that foundation, right? So like,
Yeah, so like I had the baby, and then like everything kind of like fell off within the month, and I was kind of like
right.
back to my original state. So it was okay from where I was where I was like sitting that I can just kind of just start. But uh, at the same time, I didn't have a lot of knowledge. So I was kind of
Okay.
going off of what my coach was. And I always think that if you're going to go into this, it's better for you to go and do your research. And I didn't do as much
Mhm.
research as I should have. So I was
But I
slowly,
think you're not alone in there, Esther. I think like most of athletes when you first start, like I
yeah,
mean, um, you sort of like put whoever has the coach on a pedestal, and
yeah,
you don't ask questions where it
yeah.
should be like a collaboration. So I guess what I'm hearing is that maybe like your first, it was an experience. Let's just say, right?
It was 100% an experience. And like I said, I had wished that I had personally
Hmm.
more background checks on everything like that. Um,
Hmm.
it
But it didn't
wasn't
deter
bad.
you. You still wanted to compete.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I say it didn't deter you from like
Uh,
your first experience. You still wanted to do it again?
no. So I was with my one coach and we did two shows. And then
Okay.
I wasn't happy with the way she was directing me. Um,
Okay.
I had had a lot of stomach issues and stuff like that. I wasn't aware of everything that was kind of leading up to it, but there were certain things I just couldn't handle, and those were on my plan. And no matter how much I said, like, I can't eat this, it's just like it was falling on like deaf ears, basically. So
And
it was a
yeah,
little hard, and so I stopped.
Esther. Yeah, and like I think sometimes like you yes, you may have some guidance, but you still have to be like master of your own body and know yourself and know what works and be able to relay that back to your coach and they
Exactly.
should be able to like adapt. Yeah.
Exactly. It should be comfortable enough. I found out later after like before having my second child, I found out I had like gallbladder my gallbladder had a lot of
Uh,
gallstones in it. And I really didn't want to do surgery. So I was trying to see if I can work my way around it. But after having that really, really big gallbladder attack after this, like I had one and I kind of tried to switch up my diet and they had another one and I was like, no, can't do it. But that was after having my second. The second
mm.
attack happened. I think it was around either 7 months after having my second. And then I had to go to the hospital and I had to get the surgery and get it removed. And it was a good thing that I did get it removed because they said it's the biggest gallbladder, gallstones they've ever seen. So it was
Uh,
good that I got it removed. And yes, mind you, the symptoms sometimes still occur if you're eating something like if you're binging off of like fried food for a whole week and that's all you're having, of course I'm going to get symptoms from that, right?
so does it force you to like sort of like eat healthier?
It isn't like it's not you just kind of have to tweak certain things. Mind you, you can't ask me that because I was already kind of like tweaking my stuff anyways because of all of the health stuff that was happening. So to me, it wasn't like a bad thing. And I prefer, vegetables and stuff like that over
Right.
other food, anyways. So just personally, I just knew that, I felt better. I wasn't bloating anymore. And I mean, like that pain from gallbladder attacks is excruciating. I would rather have kids than deal with that, to be honest.
So you deal with your health issues and
Yes.
how did you go from like you started in bikini, right?
I did. Yeah. Bikini was great, but the only thing is that I was doing so much cardio and it was like I was fighting against my body. And
Okay.
I just didn't want to do bikini again. So obviously after those years, surgery, kids, it had been six years. And then my
6 years.
husband, yeah, it was six
Wow.
years since I had done my last show. Right. And my husband found a coach who's not my coach, but he found him and I was like, I don't know, like I've never had a male coach and stuff like that.
Okay.
There's a
Who's
little
your
bit
coach?
Michael Aaron Golly.
Okay, Aaron Golly. Okay.
Yeah. So I was a little skeptical because like obviously like like as a woman, you feel a little, okay,
Yeah.
I don't know. There are good coaches out there. There are also bad coaches out there. And I'm just so
Mm.
thankful that he is a good coach.
I
Um,
mean, his husband shows picked him. I'm pretty sure he vetted him out.
like I will always, always recommend him just because before I told him, I'm like, hey, I want to do a show. I just don't know. Like I'm a little bit skeptical of it just because of my really, really bad experiences with it. And he was like, don't even worry about that. Let's work on gut health first. Let's get you to a place where like your body is responding properly to you. Right. And that I appreciate that. Like I appreciate you not rushing me into doing something that I'm not ready for, you know?
Right. Right.
So like I did really like that. So that was the main thing was really focusing on gut health. And it forced me to obviously look into other supplements, things that would be great for my body, stretches as well, different type of things like that. So it forced me to do a lot of research and I appreciated that. And then finally I was like, you know what? Let's do
You're
one.
ready.
Let's go. Let's
You're
go.
ready.
And at that
Prep.
point, yeah, at that point, wellness was out. And I was like, oh my God. Like when wellness came out, I was like, what is this?
Did you did you compete the first year it went out? Or I think it was
No,
during the pandemic.
no,
No, okay.
no, I didn't.
The CPA.
My first competition was last year.
Oh, last year. And I think we competed. We said, I think during our trip, we said we competed at the King Kong, right? Both of
Yes,
us.
yes. We were
Okay.
at the King
Crazy.
Kong together. So that was my
Yeah.
very first show after 6 years. I came in second, so I'm still happy with it.
Congratulations.
You know, I didn't have any expectations because honestly, it was like, okay, you know what? I'm coming back after 6 years. This is a brand new category for me. Okay. And one where I felt comfortable because obviously, like, I am not obviously, but I am lower half heavy. Right. And it's
Right.
like, I found that, yes, when I was doing bikini, I was kind of like forcing
And
my.
how's the training? Do you enjoy it more?
I do. I do. Like lifting heavier and stuff like that, having bigger legs, bigger glutes. Like, oh my God. Off season is great.
I know I'm off season right now, and I'm probably gonna be like for a longer period. I'm like, oh, I wish I could shred, but like it is fun when you're building, right?
Yeah, you just gotta like we're our worst critics because there are days where I'm like, I'm feeling, yeah, I feel badass and I feel great. And then there are days that are like, oh, I feel bloated and
Uh,
I miss
the
prep.
pressure is real. Tell me, Esther, do you get that when you prep? Like, like your off season, you say, oh, I have massive, like, oh, I feel strong, like I have super big quads, big glutes, and then when you were leading out, I was like, oh my gosh, where did my quads go? Like I'm tiny. I was like, I
Yeah,
thought it was.
I feel that way all the time. Like there will be like I'll be in prep and I'm shredded down. I'm like I will put on a whole bunch of size during off season, and then I feel like I look small during prep. I don't feel like my legs are as big, and I'm like sitting there and I'm like, oh, I don't know. But
But
yes, it's
that's
yeah,
when you
it's
see it.
all in the head because like
Yeah.
and I advise everybody when you're doing a competition, get those pictures, get the video if you want to as well, but get the pictures so you're seeing the progress because what we're looking at is not what everybody else is seeing. Because
No.
I thought I had no legs and no glutes, everything looks weird. And I saw the pictures and I was like, okay.
Okay, we have to pause a minute because one of the reasons why I noticed you, Esther, is because like when it comes to like glam and because competition is not just about training, there's the
No.
part about like the posing, but also that glam look. It's like a pageant of muscle. And you like by like have some
Oh,
of the best glam look, like so much so, and I told you that when we had a pre-call that I
yeah.
took like when I went to see like the makeup artist. I took a screenshot of you in terms of
Oh
like
my
the
God.
makeup look that I want. Because
Oh,
you
thank
are
you.
flawless. Like your glam level for stage is really
Oh, thank you
like
so much.
top notch.
I appreciate that so much. I wish I could take the credit. I wish I could. But I'm telling you, my makeup artist, Denny, absolutely love it. Kisses. Like honestly, she has been with me since my first show. So like all those years ago, like she was there for my first show. And obviously she's also involved too with makeup as well. But she outstanding. Like I don't see myself turning to anybody else but her because she knows, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, yes, there's a lot of people out there that do makeup
Mm-hmm.
amazing, and I'm not dissing any of them whatsoever. Like, yes, do what you need to do, but I just need to know that someone who kind of knows my type of skin tone, the textures are going to look good on me. When I give her my suit, whether it be the green or the red or whatever color, she makes sure that she gets that certain color palette that matches my suit, but also matches my color. So I'm not looking like frenzy, but just looking complete. So it definitely, I always say, choose your makeup artists wisely. Choose them wisely. Don't just follow the crowd. Really, really take a look at it and find someone who is definitely going to make you stand out. I believe in that 100%.
Any other tips you can give us? Glam tips you can give us for get ready for a competition? What do you
Um,
do? That's
I do my own hair, I'll tell you that much.
you do your own hair.
Oh,
Okay.
I do my own hair. But for tanning, I always the tanning, and I think I did touch base on this with you when we did have that quick call. And I always went to one specific place because I thought that, hey, that's exactly what should happen. But when I met, so you meet a whole bunch of girls during
Yep.
competition. And you would either, one time meet acquaintances, hi bye, or you guys stay in connection, which I'm very happy that I'm able to stay in connection with a few people that I did meet. One of them was you've had an interview with her, Dr. Uh, Beck, yeah,
She came
Alicia.
up with a podcast.
Yes, Alicia. So happy I met her. Absolutely love her. Still in connection with her till this day since last year that we met. And she was the one who also tipped me off with the whole tanning situation, where sometimes being darker skin, when you're getting tanned, you're only like one base, one base.
Yeah.
And sometimes what ends up happening is that you end up looking darker and you end up missing those lines that are important. And I
Very
found
important.
that definitely happened to me. So if you look at my pictures from this year, from my last show, which was Legends, and you look at my picture from last year, which was King Kong, huge difference. I am two-tone. I am not one color. Like I 100% two-tone. So she laid out a whole bunch of different products where like tanning, like lotion, where like it gradually like shades you over a week. And mind you, you can still shower, you can still put
Okay,
deodorant
okay,
on
okay.
and all
I,
that
I need that
loveliness.
skin prep regimen for sure.
Yeah,
But you was the Legend Cup. That was my favorite look of you.
that was my favorite look too. I that was my tanning. I did my own tanning then.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, it's huge difference. So only touching up certain spots, and I'm telling you, the products that were laid out, it doesn't just make your skin
We need to have you back and give us, or have you or
all the
Alicia come
products.
back for the dark skinned ladies,
I can
how
honestly,
for skin for
oh,
tanning.
honestly, yes, and I think that Alicia should also come on here because it was all her who was helping me
Okay,
through
okay. We
that.
need
Like
to sort that.
honestly, gotta give props where it's due. That was all her, and the look just came out so beautiful. I've never been so happy with my tan when like until I did it. Like it was just I loved it. I wasn't one color. You could see that there was like different areas. You could see my lines. You can see the quads popping at that point in time, the glutes, you can see that
So
too.
hard, right? Like in
Yeah,
the gym, get and to diet, to get so freaking lean, and then to have these lines not showing.
exactly. And that was the issue, is that the fact that you're putting all this time in, and then like when you see the pictures, that's why I always say get the pictures. When you see the pictures, you're just like, well, why didn't that show up? And then why
But then
did this show up?
times it depends like on the stage. Like if you're on an expo, I've noticed that like being on an expo versus like in an auditorium where the light is on you
Yeah,
versus the room is light. So when the room is like an expo open,
yeah.
you you look bigger. You
So
know what I mean?
and that's what makes it better for you to tan yourself, because now you've looked at, okay, well, the lighting in this area, because obviously you have the athletes meeting, and then the night before you do like a almost like a touch up type of bronze, so you see the lighting, you can know, be like, okay, do I need to add more, do I need to not add anything,
So
do
you
I need to
a little
add this,
extra.
so
So
you can
you look at the
tweak it.
stage, okay,
Exactly.
and you adjust. Okay.
Exactly. That's what makes it better when you can do it yourself.
Okay, okay, there is level to this. You see, I'm always learning. So you compete, but so this year, Esther, you competed in your first national competition, right?
I did.
At
Oh,
the Canada Natural Pro Qualifier, right?
I did. That
So,
one, okay, so I knew that I wasn't going to be 100% ready for that one. I knew,
okay.
but I wanted to hit the stage because it was going to be my first time doing obviously a national show like that, and I really wanted to experience it. So even though that I came in whatever number that I came in. I'm not too sure 100% which one, if it was 6 or 7. But even though I did come in that position, I was okay with it. I wanted to go on stage. I wanted to experience it. And I also wanted to get my name out. So the more, as crazy as it sounds, the more your name pops up,
yeah, it's true. Eh? And what's the difference between like a regional competition in terms of like, is it different in terms of competition, or what's the
it's just
difference?
bigger. It's just bigger. And like the prize packs are so much better here. I am
But
telling
the
you,
must be like crazy. The competition must be like even
it is
more so.
crazy.
Right?
The girls are beautiful, they're sweet, but they came and they did not play.
Okay. Okay.
But it was it was beautiful. Like honestly, it was just so nice to see it. It was nice to be around it. It was nice to it's I don't know what it is, but it just makes you want to push harder. And then after that show, it was like I went boom, 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 boom. So yeah, you know what? Even though yes, it wasn't my greatest look, but it was that, that day pushed
It
me,
pushed you.
it pushed me
So
hard.
it developed you, right? Because you got more stage time and you got to see some pro qualifier judge
Yeah,
level, right?
definitely
So
pushed you. It lit a fire under my butt to just be like, listen, your next show, you need to do better. So
and then did like then you prep. So you did back to back show basically,
I did.
like in 6 weeks, and then you were doing the legend or something.
Yeah. So I did that show and then 6 weeks. I had like a break, like a week of a break, and then
Okay.
went back into prep again to do Legends. And
Okay. And then what
I was
happened?
supposed to do 3 shows. I was supposed to do King Kong again this year, but because
Oh wow.
I got sick and stuff like that, and my body just stopped responding, and it was just kind of one of those like, no, you know what? Let's just listen to it. We'll stop there. We'll relax, get better, and then we'll slowly go into our rebound and then go into our off season.
So what's the plan for like 2024?
Oh man, 2024. So technically, I want to train. We're aiming for Toronto Pro.
Ooh, okay, the big show.
It is a big show. So all that time, that effort would be going straight into Toronto Pro. I haven't decided on doing
Okay.
any other shows later on in the year just because my husband is doing his first show next year.
Uh, That's to you. So okay, I don't know that.
Yes.
Really? What are you doing?
So he's aiming for Legends for his first
Legend.
show in September. So we're just kind of trying to balance everything out and see, just because like obviously I want to make sure that I'm there supporting him during his prep because he's always supporting me during my
Oh,
prep.
that's
So
sweet.
I want to make sure that whatever show I'm doing is not around his show because
Which
obviously
one is he doing? Is it the men's physique or the which category?
he's doing the bodybuilding. I'm not too sure which.
Without the shorts. The one without the shorts?
He's gonna be wearing those little
Oh, the speedos. Okay, so he's not doing
No, that
okay,
one
okay.
is physique. That one is physique. He's doing like bodybuilding where they wear like the speedos.
Okay, so he caught the bug, huh? Okay, that's so nice. So you guys are gonna be doing some TikTok videos
Yeah,
together.
he's definitely he's getting ready for it, and I know how nerve-wracking it can be doing your first
Yeah,
show. So
it is.
definitely
It is. It is. Oh, I love that for you guys that you, and I love that you're able to do that. Like, because sometimes people like they may look at me or it's like, okay, well, it's easy for you. You know, you only have one kid and you're working or whatever. But like,
yeah.
you have a lot of priorities. Like you have your family, you have your 2 kids, and you're working, and you're like, and you have like your own business too. You like tell us about you have your merch or T-shirt, right? Fight It Through that you have as well.
Yes, I do.
Can why did you choose Fight It Through? I forgot to ask you.
So there was just like a lot of things that happened within our life, uh, from me being in the hospital for the month. because like my baby was premature.
Mm.
To my husband being in the hospital because he got hurt at work, and it was really bad. It's years until this day, you know, lots of therapy and stuff like that in regards to that. But there was just so much stuff that happened. I mean, like so much things that should have broken us, so much thing that should have deterred us to not push forward and stuff like that. And and then COVID hit, and then, like it was just like a lot of things. So I feel like everybody has their own story to tell. I know that everybody has their own hill to climb and their own demons that they're fighting and stuff like that. And the goal is to just not give up. The goal is to fight it through to the end,
I
because
like that.
at the end of the day, all you can do is keep fighting, because you can't stop. You can't stop no matter what. And yes, you're going to get knocked down, but the moment
Yes.
you stop getting up is the moment it's done. So you got to get up and keep going. You got to get up and keep going.
I love that. Where can we get these t-shirts, or if people want to get them? Where?
So it's a whole line. So right now, you can get sweaters, you can get leggings, you can get workout tops and everything like that. You can get it off of fightitthrough.ca or .com. It is there. You can check it all out. Right now, we are revamping up our website. So, yes, definitely stay tuned and come on out and take a look at it. There's a lot of stuff there. The new sweaters that we have, they're very comfortable. So, definitely check it out.
Okay, okay, busy lady. Busy. No, but you guys, if I really encourage you to go follow Esther. I'll put her handle there, and I'll put everything about her TikTok account, her Instagram account, and am I missing one?
There's everything. There's Snapchat,
Okay,
there's
and
TikTok,
her
there's
website.
that, there's everything.
I'll put it in the show notes. But really, thank you so much for joining us today. But before we leave, is there, because a lot of our auditors are people who are thinking about competition or want to level up, next level their fitness. Because you have fight it through, right? So you overcame a lot. What is that one advice you would have to give someone, whether they're new in the competition or they want to like level up, fight it through? What's your piece of advice for them?
I would probably have to say is, there's a few things I would say actually. So one would be like, first of all, do your research. Okay.
Do your research.
Just for yourself, do your research. Make sure you're getting yourself the right coach. Make sure you're getting yourself the right product. And make sure you're getting yourself the right support system. Okay.
Mm,
Because a lot of the time, sometimes what ends up happening is that you start this journey and stuff like that. Certain people don't like that. Certain people are against it. You start seeing, you know what I mean? Like, you really need to make sure you have people in your corner who are actually in your corner. So, do your research on all that kind of stuff. And also, it's going to be hard, and we're going to be hard on yourself. We're the hardest on yourself. And just remember, at the end of the day, you got up, you did what you needed to do, and you got through that. So it's the fact that you, for an example, hit the gym. I don't look the greatest, but you hit the gym today.
mm-hmm,
Give yourself a little hooray for that, because you did something that a lot of people aren't doing. Okay.
mm-hmm. I
Give
love
yourself,
that.
like, even though, like, okay, well, you're on a plan, and I shouldn't have eaten what I ate. Well, at least you got through 75% of your plan. That's all that
Yeah.
matters. It's the baby steps, and you need to give yourself like what those hoorays for those little baby steps until you are 100% there. And that's all that matters.
That's right. Well, thank you, Esther. And something you said to me when we had our pre-call meeting that stood with me was like, although like we're sort of like you're my competition,
Yes.
what we're still like we understand each other because we're doing the same. Like it's like friend. What was the word you used? Friend.
Was it
You
frenemy?
said something. You said like your friends in your competitions are your friends in bodybuilding
Yes.
or something.
Yeah, your competitions are always going to be your friends. And it sounds weird. It does sound weird for someone who's not in the industry where like, yeah, your friends are your competition.
But I love
It-
following your journey.
But
You're
it's
so inspiring, and I wish you luck. And I can't wait, like, for you to get, wherever you want to take it. I know that you want to take it for. So we are rooting for you, Esther. And it was such an honor for you to come and join us. So thank you, everyone, for listening. And remember, if you like, share this interview with people, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you, Esther. Au revoir.